Greetings in the love and in the light of our infinite prime creator, the divine grid programmer. Buenos dias and bonjour. Ni hao ma okinki desu ka. Guten Tag. Good morning. Howdy, y'all. And Bella the Wonder Wolf wishes to say hello and good morning as well. Say hello, Bella. Alrighty, thank you. Dear, esteemed, honorable, and most notable viewer, there are few mature minds existing in this world, developed minds rather, that are not enmeshed and caught up within this digital matrix. There are very few intellects in this world who understand that the philosophical, the religious structures of the ancients, of the knowledge, of the true knowledge, the true knowledge that has been passed down to us, was divided to meet the needs of two fundamental groups of human intellects. One group, philosophic, inclined to lofty matters of thought, concepts beyond the third dimension. Those who were already on the path of the ascendant metahuman, those Terrans who saw through this illusion. So two groups of human intellects. The one philosophic, the other not capable of appreciating the deeper mysteries of life. To the discerning few were revealed the esoteric teachings, while the unqualified masses, those trapped within the five senses and currently in this day and age, the digital matrix, the artificial intelligence hive mind, enamored with the irreality of virtual reality, the unqualified masses, those received only the literal or the exoteric interpretations. Now, this was in order to make simple the great truths and abstract principles, such as the seven hermetic laws, natural law, universal law, the vital forces of the universe to the unqualified masses were personified in a way, such a way as becoming the gods and goddesses of the ancient mythologies, the exoteric teachings that the five senses were able to comprehend. But that was not the truth. That was not the deeper mysteries of what those mythologies represented. Those were for the unwashed, unlettered, unqualified, bedazzled, those who were ensorcelled by the five senses. But those adepts who saw through this illusion, having created the mythologies, the adepts who were the initiated, if you will, having created the mythologies, did not believe that a physical Thor caused thunder, or a physical Zeus threw lightning bolts from Mount Olympus. No, that was for the audience, if you will. Not you in this audience, because you are of the initiated. They didn't believe that Isis brought a dismembered Osiris back to life, or that the earth stopped spinning when Israel needed extra sunlight to defeat the enemies, that Yahweh stopped the earth from spinning. So, all of that, the Bible, we know, is a quantum document. It's allegory, heavily steeped in gematria. So there are two levels of understanding and knowledge. Those of the initiated understanding and those of the, unqualified masses who only receive the literal or exoteric interpretations. So it is up to us as aspirants on the path, as adepts, as Terrans who aspire to ascendant metahuman status, to understand this division and seek deeper. Fortunately, for us Terrans trapped in this 3D digital matrix, we have always had secret friends. The Galactic Federation of Light, the Ascended Masters, who opposed these tyrants of the Illuminati dark cabal who wish to enslave our souls, our spirits, in the past, present, and future. They have always been with us, known by various names: the Watchers, Adepts, Initiates, Hermetic Philosophers, the Great White Brotherhood, the Brotherhood of the Seven Rays, the Atlantean Brotherhood, the Aumbonda New Earth Ashram, and other various and sundry titles. But the titles, though, may be unimportant, but the value of their legacy is beyond measure. They have given us alphabets, languages, measurements, religions, music, art, rituals, books, medicines. Talking about real medicine, natural medicine, not the AI medicines that are injecting nanoparticulates. Science and more is what these great benefactors, Christed extraterrestrials, galactic civilizations that are surrounding this planet now, but unrecognized and often within church and state, they secretly guided and still guide, and they moderate and they still moderate. When discovered, some like Giordano Bruno were burned at the stake by the Vatican. His crime was teaching that the earth traveled around the sun. Others like Galileo were forced to recant scientific fact, be it the poison of hemlock, the headsman's axe, burning at the stake, federal infernos in Waco, Texas, Vax apocalypse, and around the world, the inquisitor's rack, imprisonment, or any number of other devices throughout history. The tyrant tolerates no competition. The Illuminati, deep state, dark cabal simply will not tolerate any competition. It reminds me of the words of an old Mongolian proverb, talking about Genghis Khan style Mongolian proverbs. The truth teller is wise to keep one foot in the stirrup. In light of many thousands of years of experience with despots, the Hermetic philosophers developed methods to code their wisdom in geometry, myth, ritual, symbol, and gematria, and thus leave guideposts for this age, this current Kali Yuga that we find ourselves in. It is my endeavor through the Aumbonda New Earth Ashram to present this ancient science, to present it in a palatable, digestible format. So do not be dismayed by repeated references to certain numbers, because these ancient teachings coded have been like gematria, where letters are assigned numerical value. We're going to have to get through this. It'll be perhaps a bit annoying with a little arithmetic. When a little arithmetic is presented, is employed, it's simple math and is absolutely necessary, because the wisdom of the Hermetic philosopher includes the reality that while words are subject to interpretation, the relationship of number is constant forever. Talking about the mathematical constants, the universal sacred geometry is constant forever. And it is what we are aspiring to, is eternity, eternal knowledge. Presented here is a wisdom which has been known to a few for thousands of years, mercilessly persecuted for close to 2,000 years, but can yet return the world to sanity. In the language of the Gnostics, the seven seals of revelation are opened here, and the seven spirits of God are discovered. The principles of magic, of Hermetic knowledge. As we delve into these mysteries, it is important to understand that this is for the benefit of all humanity. For where one goes, we all must go, and vice versa, or however that saying goes. But when we investigate this reality of quantum consciousness, we must do so under the banner, under the the maxim, the tenet, if you will, T-E-N-E-T, tenet, that this is for the good of all, that we want to acquire, we want to focus on acquiring power, not only acquiring personal power, personal empowerment, self-sovereignty, but we want this to be in divine service for all of humanity, to raise their consciousness, to go a step further and ask ourselves, personally, you must come to grips with your aspirations on this path, why we would like to acquire these magical powers, this knowledge. We want to make sure to focus on the service to the collective, to create creative, regenerative, and love-based magic, white magic for the benefit of all, to be in service for the divinity in all, the divine source aspect that is alive in each of us. That is what we aspire to. Otherwise, anything less than that, anything less than in service to all, to everybody, raising their consciousness, it is called black magic.
Female, male.
It is called black magic.
Baby, robot.
It is called black magic.
Pro.
So we are interested in creative, regenerative, and love-based magic for the benefit of all. So black magic, though, is the magic for service to the self. I have walked the path of service to the self. It is a lonely and unforgiving path that ultimately results in imprisonment and disconnection from source, from all life, when you walk that path. So we want to make clear, with great clarity, with great intention, that this path is for the good of all. This is creative magic, white light magic, but it is not ignorant magic. It is not naive magic. It will border upon gray areas. When you have learned your lessons from the dark side, from the dark path, you have dark skills. You are wise to the enemy's tricks. You must use them to preserve your 3D genetic vehicle. You must use them in furtherance of raising the consciousness of the all. So this is not a path for wimps. This is not a path to like this new age path where new age sort of stuff where it's all like the aliens are going to come save you. The angels are coming down to take care of everything. No, this requires great effort. This requires great intention, great focus, great energy. Because to focus on our intention, because our intention is what gives energy. It's what gives shape. It's what we want to infuse into this world. And to make heaven on this earth, to bring heaven to earth, we must make sure that our intention is purified. Because when we have purified our intentions, cleared our lower natures, we receive the support of the universal energies to create whatever magic it is that we are wanting to create. So the practice of Heka, the practice of magic, is really what gives us our soul power. And this is all about soul power, dear esteemed viewer. Soul power in service to the collective. And keep in mind, there are many dark energies, there are many tricks and snares of the enemy, if you wish to look at it like that. But it is important to elevate our minds from this dichotomy of good and evil, of right and wrong and all that, dualistic thinking. We must aspire to transcend, and when we get into the fourth and fifth dimensions, our thinking and our options become sublime, sublimated, profound. We don't always have to react in those old 3D paradigms. We can actually take the dark energy that is directed towards us as aspirants on the path to create love magic for the benefit of all, because there are those forces and agents, those agencies that are seeking to preserve the status quo. They want to keep things how they are. They don't oftentimes don't know any other way. But this is a new age, the age of Aquarius, the culmination of the grand 26,000 year cycle, the photon belt, where or our little galaxy, our little corner of the Milky Way, which is just a minor, tiny little bit of the Creator's source, and among the grand display of life that is spread throughout this infinite universe, created by infinite intelligence. So as we go into this age and we see much of this transition, much of these institutions, dogmatic institutions, ways of thinking from the age of Pisces, from the old age, as we see them crumble, we must preserve our sanctity of spirit. We must preserve our power and be self-empowered with self-sovereignty on the path to spreading soul, love, white magic. And here at the Aumbonda New Earth Ashram, for compassion and strength and soul, love, white magic, that is our endeavor. Well, I say our, it's just me and Bella. Right now, it's just two of us. Well, I'm Bella's owner. I can't mention her name, though. Probably would be facing litigation. But anyway, folks, just trying to keep it lighthearted, but also trying to impart the message to you, dear esteemed, honorable, notable, and noble viewer, that you have the power.
Namaste. Namaskaram.